Hello friends, the title of this book is Caps for Sale. A Tale of a Peddler, Some Monkeys and Their Monkey Business. And it is told and illustrated by Esfir Slobodinka. That's a fun word to say. And look right here, it says that this book has been around for 75 years. That's like your grandparents. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It's been around a long time. But it's still a fun story, so we're going to read it. Caps for Sale. Okay. Look at that silly man. He's got all those hats stacked up on top of his head. Look at that. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. Now there's a word there that they used about this man. It's peddler. A peddler is someone who sells things. So this man sells hats. He's a peddler and he sells hats. First, he had on his own checked cap. Then, a bunch of gray caps. So here's his checked cap. A bunch of gray caps. Then a bunch of brown caps. Then a bunch of blue caps. And on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as to not upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps for sale! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps for sale! Caps for sale! 50 cents apiece!" But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Not even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said, and he walked out of town very slowly so as to not upset his caps. Now it says upset, and it doesn't mean upset like you're mad or your feelings are hurt. He means upset like like he doesn't want them to fall down. Okay? He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. That's a nice place for a rest, he thought. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as to not disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hands to feel if they were straight. First, he checked his own cap, then the gray caps, and then the blue caps, and the brown caps, and then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep, and he slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. What do you notice on this page? You see something wrong here? But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. Oh no! Where did his caps go? He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? I wonder what he saw. What do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey, and on every monkey was a gray or brown or blue or red cap. Look at that. Look at all those monkeys. Let's count those monkeys and see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 monkeys wearing 16 caps. That's a lot of caps. The peddler looked at the monkeys, and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. You monkeys, you, he said, shaking his finger at them. You give me back my caps. But the monkeys just shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tee-tee-tee-tee-tee." Let's see. This made the peddler angry, and so he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their hands back at him and said, "Tee, tee, 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 tee." That's strange. Now he felt quite angry, and he stamped his foot and said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped their feet back at him and said, "Tee, tee, tee, tee." Well, by this time, the peddler was really angry. Very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped both their feet and back at him and said, "Tee, tee, tee, tee." Those monkeys are not being very nice to him, are they? At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. What do you think's going to happen next? Let's see. But then, each monkey pulled off his cap, and what did they do? All the gray caps and all the brown caps and all the blue caps and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. They threw their caps down too. And so the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own checked hat. Then, all the gray caps. So he's sorting them, isn't he? And then all the brown caps. So he's sorting them by color. And then all the blue caps. And then, on the very top, all the red caps. And slowly, slowly, he walked back into town calling, "Caps for sale! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" The end. Isn't that a fun book? I like that book. And then look, at the end of it, or on the cover, he's sleeping in the tree. And look, the monkeys are down there. They're trying to get the caps. All right. I hope you enjoyed that book. Have a great day.